Hey, what's up, guys? It's your buddy Scott Newby with Bass Brings Us Together, Living It with Scott and Cat podcast. Thanks for stopping by. I just got done dragging the 218 Touring Edition from JTR, new 2025 model. You guys probably seen in the video where I talked about the dimensions and its output and specs and all that stuff where it was upstairs with the RTJs. Well, it came down the stairs, set it up in the theater, wanted to do some testing, and share those results with you guys. So let me get started on that once I catch my breath. All right, guys, stay tuned. Alright, guys, enough with the fun and games. I had to show you those clips to start this off. Now let's get down to the science part of it, down to the nitty gritty, see what the sub is all about. What's up, guys? So I'm going to run some frequency sweeps of the 218 Touring Edition. This will be no EQ, no smoothing, no other speakers on, only the subwoofer pretty much in the center of the room. This will be, my room will be interacting with the subwoofer a lot too, so it's nothing like testing the sub outdoors, but it certainly just gives you an idea of its capabilities if you had it in your room. So, got the U-mic set up in the main listening position. So let's bring this up. This is probably a room, null, just because it's a sub by itself. That's why we use multiple speakers, multiple subs to take stuff like that. And it looks like we are now the LF adjust on this sub, which you can shape the bottom end for higher or lower, is completely cut in its lowest position. So if you were to turn that gain up on the LF adjust, this would just keep going higher and higher down low. So it looks like, so here's 20 hertz right here, and then here's 25, and then it does roll off nice. So yeah, this sub is definitely capable of that 20 to 25, certainly 23, 24, 25 hertz. I mean, this is pretty amazing to be seeing out of a live sound subwoofer. I mean, a lot of times on those, you see them good to like the 30 to 35 range, like say somewhere in here, and then they roll off. So you're getting all this extra bottom end, which for some rap music and certainly some EDM music and that, having this extra low end output, or if you're going to dual use the sub as something in a home theater setup, because I mean, you can get useful, you know, 20 hertz out of this thing for sure. Now this is no EQ. If I was going to EQ this sub, I would bring this down a little bit and you could smooth that. I mean, this looks pretty good, really nice for in room. Like I said, this dip here is my room interaction, the sub just being in the middle of the room, the way everything works out. That's why we use, like I said, multiple speakers, multiple subs to help stuff like that. I'm going to click the mains on real quick just to see how that looks. So it'll just be the front left and right, which will be a pair of 210 of the JTR 210 HTs, and see if we can make this look any better. I'm not going to bother with time aligning them or anything. Let's just see if it helps it at all. So I'm going to run another sweep now with the front left and right on and see what it does to that like 60 to 100 hertz range. Oh yeah, beautiful. So see, just speakers working together to help take care of things. Now you can compare those side by side and how much it helped. And yeah, the 210s, came in and helped fill that in, smooth things out. Now, obviously, this is still no EQ, nothing at all, and they're not even time-aligned to each other, the 210s and the subs. It just lets me know that there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of, like, this is just a plain canvas to work with. I mean, you can shape and EQ this to make it look any way you want. There's no huge, you know, peaks or nulls or anything like that. So if I was just doing a 2.1 channel setup, I mean, it'd be easy. Or even add another subs, it'd be nice. This looks really nice. Now on the other subs, like the captivators in the home theater, instead of it rolling off here, this roll off really doesn't start happening until around 10 hertz. I've showed that in other videos. But this sub is made to have monstrous output, you know, from the 20s up for live music, DJ applications, and it certainly is. I'm going to do some listening sessions with music and movies and see what I think about how it sounds. But I'm certainly digging this. This looks awesome. I'll click the frequency access thing too, so you guys can kind of see. Yeah, I like it. That's a pretty good readout for no smoothing and no EQ. So, all right, guys. So this is representation of the LF adjust control on the back of the 218 Touring Edition. The blue is completely cut. The orange is in the halfway position, and then the green is the boosted. So basically, you see indoors, I mean, we're getting tons of boost even at the lowest setting. And then if you cut it down to no boost, it flattens it off a little bit more. But what's good about this is that when you set this up, say in a very large theater or bar, dance hall, club, whatever you're doing, is that you can custom tailor, because as the room gets bigger, the low end could start dropping off, and you can bring that back up. So this is a great representation, and it just shows too is a good quality control in the DSP from low, medium to high. And then, so it looks like it boosts it pretty much from, say, I don't know, from about 42 hertz and down. Trying to be very specific for some of you guys, because I know you guys like that. So this is what the LF adjust does. All right. Whew. Man, guys, I tell you what, JTR did it again. It's insane, man. That one sub by itself during some of those movie and music clips was certainly just a lot of nice pressure on the chest, especially during that drum solo. And even when during Top Gun, when that jet was taking off, you could certainly just feel the pressure on your body. I still personally prefer the super low tune subs for all home theater setup, but I didn't feel like I was missing out on much with that sub going. And man, the we say mid bass, but literally like that 25 hertz and up bass that this thing is putting out by itself in my room, man, it was nice. I never got the sub to distort or compress or make any kind of audible noises that I didn't like, and I pushed it hard. I feel like I pushed it to its limit. It was certainly a lot of fun. So 2 thumbs up for me. It's awesome that, you know, Jeff and the boys keep pumping out these amazing subs. I mean, whether it be for home or for DJs, live sound. In all honesty, it makes me want to become a DJ. No lie. I understand there's so much to becoming that, but it would just be fun to share this kind of bass with people that aren't used to being able to get that at, you know, like nightclubs and stuff. Because I got a lot of DJ friends. I even hung out when this sub was entered in the subwoofer competition with other DJ subs, multiple 18s, 21s from various companies. I won't share the brands just because we're not about brand bashing over here, but probably 12 or 13 or 14 other DJs agreed with me that this sub certainly didn't seem like it had peakiness to it, that it was always super smooth, super quiet operation, no driver noise, no amp noise, and just nice, deep, low bass that a lot of those guys weren't used to, you know, a live reinforcement sub, a DJ sub, or live sound sub, having that kind of output capability. So I'm certainly glad that I get to play with this thing at home. It's been making its ways around Chicago, certainly making an impression on a lot of people. I'm going to have some more fun with it. Thanks for stopping by, guys, checking out. Hope you enjoyed the graphs. I keep it kind of loose around here, but certainly sometimes it's time to get technical with stuff, especially on a new product. So just so you guys can have an idea of what's really going on with this sub. So if you haven't checked out the video previous to this, I talk about like the dimensions and its specs and stuff like that when it's playing an RTJ setup on music. So all right, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, all that stuff. Certainly can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Have a great day and crank it up.